This video is on how to clean the Smith Wesson Model 37. This video is made for total beginners, as if you've never cleaned a revolver before. Here are some of the items you'll need to clean it. I'll leave links to everything in the video description below. Always start out with a clear and empty firearm, meaning no ammunition, but of course I'm going to double check. To do that, locate the cylinder release latch on the left side. Push it towards the muzzle end. While holding the cylinder release latch in the forward position, pull the cylinder open. I can see that there's no ammunition in the chamber, so we are 100% clear and safe. Now locate the screw that's on the right side of the frame underneath the cylinder and above the trigger guard. Unscrew it using a bronze tip screwdriver. I recommend using a bronze tip because if you slip off that screw, you at least have some chance of maybe not scratching it. This has been my personal carry gun for about 22 years now, so I'm not too worried about scratching it. It's got plenty of scratches on it, but yours may be in perfect condition, so that's why I mentioned that. And here's a close-up of the screw that comes out. It's really small, so I would use one of these compartments on the mat to place it in until you're finished cleaning, just so it doesn't roll off the table. With Colts, once you remove that screw, there's usually a spring and detent behind it. With the Smith & Wesson, you can see that there's nothing there. You just remove that one-piece screw in order to take the cylinder out. Now that that screw is removed, you can pull the cylinder off. If it's well lubricated, it should come off pretty easy, but if it's kind of dry, you may have to shake it around a little bit. You'll see that the ejector rod has two pieces. Just pull it apart and keep them separated for now. Now locate the screw that's on the left grip panel. Unscrew that and we're going to take a look behind the grip panels just to make sure there's no signs of rust or corrosion. Now you can take the grip panels off. I don't see any rust or corrosion, but it is really dirty. Yeah, that side's fine too. It's just dirty. I'll clean that up and I'll leave a light coat of CLP as a protective coating. For right now, I'm just going to focus on this area that was right behind the grip panel, so add CLP to a nylon brush and start scrubbing all that residue. Now add CLP to a cotton swab and you can get into the smaller areas that you can't reach with the brush very well. I'm going to clean the inside of the grip panels with CLP also, but I'm not going to leave them wet. I'm going to make sure I wipe off all the excess CLP, but I am going to leave a light coat of CLP on all the areas that I scrubbed on the frame. And notice I said I'm cleaning with CLP. I'm not cleaning this with bore cleaner or any other kind of harsh cleaner, so CLP is not going to dry out these wood grips. If anything, it makes them look even better. But just like I'm wiping the inside of the grips, I'm also going to wipe the outside of the grips because I really don't want anything slippery that I need to grab onto. Right now I'm just wiping off the excess CLP, but I'm not wiping it so hard that it's completely dry. I do want to leave a light protective coating on it. After you wipe the grips down, go ahead and put them back on. First put on the right panel, then line up the left panel, and screw it back in, but you don't need to screw it really tight, just a little snug. You don't want to crack the grips. Okay, let's start on the bore. I only clean in one direction, from chamber end to muzzle end, or breech end to muzzle end, however you want to remember that. Because it doesn't make any sense at all to push the dirt out and pull it right back in. So I line up the bore brush inside the breech area, and then I put the rod end from the muzzle in it and screw it onto the bore brush and pull it out that way. That way I'm pulling the dirt out in one general direction. There's no specific number of times you need to do this. It really depends on how much you've been shooting. In this case, I'm just going to pull it through a couple of times and move on. Now I do the same thing with cleaning patches using the same method. Add CLP to a cleaning patch. Hold the cleaning patch in the breech area. Insert the rod through the muzzle end, screw it onto the patch holder, and pull it out towards the muzzle. You'll see that the first patch comes out really dirty. Just continue running patches through until they start to come out clean. Now add CLP to the nylon brush and start scrubbing all surfaces of the frame. Use the smaller end of the nylon brush to get into the harder to reach areas. Give special attention to the high friction areas and anything that shows signs of metal on metal wear. What I would consider high friction is where metal touches metal. The hammer spur catches a lot of dirt right here, so I'm going to hit it with a little extra CLP. You'll need to pull the cylinder release latch to the rear in order for the hammer to go back without the cylinder being installed. And this is one of those areas where the smaller end of the nylon brush comes in handy. Now that you've loosened up all the lead, dirt, fouling, unburnt powder, and all that other stuff, add CLP to an angled cotton swab and go through it in fine detail. These angled cotton swabs are specific for gun cleaning. They allow you to get into the harder to reach areas a little better than regular cotton swabs. Okay, now that you have the frame all cleaned up, it's time for the bore snake. Just make sure you're using a 9mm size bore snake. It should say 9mm or 38 on the brass weight. Before you start pulling it through, be aware of this area here. These are the bore bristles. If you're not careful, this might scratch the side of your frame. So drop the weight inside to the bore, pull it out through the muzzle end, and just hang on to the bore bristles until it's cleared the breech area. Once the bore bristles are cleared, just continue pulling the bore snake through. The bore snake by far is going to be the most effective step you take in the entire cleaning process. I know it's hard to show on camera, but that bore is spotless. There's not even a speck of lint or dust or anything inside there. It's perfect. It looks way better than it even came from the factory. This gun is from the 1980s, and I've been carrying this personally for over 22 years, and that bore still looks perfect. That's why I use a bore snake every time. Now I'm just going to wipe off any excess CLP. You don't need to wipe the frame completely dry, but you do want to make sure these grips don't have any CLP on them. CLP is not going to hurt the grips, I just don't want them slippery. Now add CLP to the nylon brush and start cleaning the cylinder. Be sure to push the ejector rod so you can get both ends of it and behind the extractor star. Now let's clean the other piece of the cylinder, which is the yoke. Some people call it the crane. It's also the cylinder arm. Use CLP and a cotton swab to clean inside it. Just continue running cotton swabs through until they start to come out clean. Now wipe off the excess CLP. Going back to the cylinder, I'm going to add CLP to a cotton swab and go through it in fine detail. Now I'm going to add CLP to the bronze bore brush and push it through each chamber at least twice. Now add CLP to a cleaning patch and push the patch holder through each chamber at least a couple times. Now that I've cleaned everything off with a nylon brush, went through it in fine detail with a cotton swab, and wiped off all the excess CLP, I'm going to start adding a light protective coating to everything. For smaller pieces like this, I'm going to use the cotton swab to smooth it in. For larger pieces like the cylinder, I'm going to use the microfiber rag to smooth it in. Before I cleaned it, this ejector rod was kind of gritty when I moved it. Now it's nice and smooth as it should be. Now add a drop of CLP to the frame here and there and smooth it in with a microfiber rag. I'm also going to add a drop right here where the yoke rotates inside the frame. I'm going to use the cotton swab to smooth that in. Before I reinstall that screw that holds the cylinder in place, I'm going to go ahead and clean it off. The screw doesn't need to be really tight, just a little snug. Don't worry, I've never seen one fall out. Alright, just one final wipe down to make sure there's no excess CLP leaking off of it, but I'm not wiping it completely dry. I do want to leave a light protective coating on it. This gun has a lot of scratches, but there's no rust whatsoever. That's because I clean it every few months and I leave a light protective coating of CLP. If you keep your gun in storage, I recommend using a dehumidifier in your safe and taking it out every few months just to make sure everything's good to go. If you're carrying this, it really depends on your climate. Here in Texas, I'm going to clean this thing at least every 4 or 5 months. And if you take it to the range, clean after every use, regardless of round count. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and visit skullcrush.com.